Hi, I'm Neil Sackmary.
Hi, I'm State Trooper Sean Hagstrom with the Nevada State Police Highway Patrol Division, PEIO. Please stay tuned for the next episode of Trooper Talk.
And together, we can make a difference. Here we are live at the 360 Vegas studios with this edition of Trooper Talk. Now, we don't have Trooper Hagstrom here, and we don't have Officer McClarty here. So, please introduce yourself and tell us what it is that you do for Nevada State Police.
I'm Officer Chris Thompson for Nevada State Police, but on parole and probation. I've been there as an officer about almost 10 years, supervising people that are on parole and probation for various, offenses of criminal law.
And
my name is Christina Gilbert. I'm with Nevada Donor Network. We are a proud partner of Nevada State Police, and I'm honored to be here to share more about our mission.
Sergeant Clifton, it's not my first time, you've seen me before, but Sergeant with Parole and Probation, Nevada State Police.
so let's start off with you. So we talked just briefly before we went on the air, because I don't like to talk so that we get everything on the camera. So we met before, but this is your first time actually coming on to the Trooper Talk.
Correct.
So when you work for the Parole and Probation Department, people make the wrong choice and they end up where they might be on parole or probation. But it doesn't make someone a bad person. They just might have been doing, things in different situations, but your purpose of the parole and probation is to provide them, to help them find a job, better living, these type of things. So even though it's a negative situation sometimes, you're always looking towards the positive to try to help someone that has been on the wrong side of the law.
That's correct, yeah. So mostly, like you said, yes, people that make bad choices and end up getting put on probation or parole, depending on the situation. And us as the probation officers or parole officers are supposed to be kind of the mentor to walk alongside and help navigate after the choices are made and now they're convicted to, like you said, get a job, find resources to help curb those bad behaviors and just make their living situation better and to be productive members of society ultimately and succeed.
The Nevada Donor Network was not only there, but we had Joanna come on here, and it was the first time that she really opened up about what she was sharing. And the Nevada Donor Network is tremendous, and you're not pushy. You just want to open up the conversation. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, Nevada Donor Network is proud to partner with Nevada State Police to bring more awareness to organ, eye, and tissue donation. And unfortunately, Trooper May's life was taken in a very horrific incident while he was on duty serving our community. And in the end, his wife was able to make that decision to have him be a heroic organ donor, to be able to give the gift of life to others and to save lives ultimately. And our goal is to share more with our community about the importance of registering to be an organ, eye, and tissue donor, because when one person does, they have the opportunity to save the lives of 8 others through organ donation and heal and enhance the lives of 75 or more through tissue donation. So the gift is real. We see this as an example of Trooper Micah May and being able to share his story and the hero that he was and has and continues to be. So very proud to be able to share more about that.
And if somebody's interested, what do they do to talk to you? Or
So it's very easy. If you go to nvdonor.org, we have a plethora of information that you can read more about becoming a registered organ, eye, and tissue donor. You can also read more about the facts, the desperate waits that people are waiting for the ultimate gift through organ donation. Right now in America, there's over 100,000 people. Nearly 700 of them are Nevadans. And so I encourage you to visit nvdonor.org, learn more about that ultimate gift, but also to just see the impact you can make by reading the stories of the people we serve, like Trooper Micah May, and have been able to give that gift.
Nevada State Police has the leadership, and the leadership is what's so important, because most of the time the leadership is not great at the top. And Nevada State Police has something in entirety right? From the deputy chiefs to all the way down to the colonels. I mean, it really is a wonderful place to work for. And I just want to say this, that in reference to Trooper May, you know, when that happened, they just had a beautiful birthday for his son. And everybody came. And so when you're part of the Nevada State Police family, you're part of the Nevada State Police family.
That's one of the things that when a trooper officer ends up passing away, right? We've unfortunately had 4, I think, since 2020. And they've all had children, younger, some older. We don't forget them. We do a really good job of following up, you know, everything from first day of preschool all the way to senior prom, right? Those things that will go there, right? I've seen other states, we haven't had the opportunity that I know of to do it here, but where literally there's been a full police escort in a limousine for the 17-year-old going to senior prom. That's so cool, right? And that's something, I mean, generally across the board that law enforcement agencies try and do, but we make it a priority. Because this Nevada State Police is not a huge organization. Statewide, there's probably, I think, 1,200 employees. That's it. I mean, that sounds like a lot, right? But it's really not, considering here in the Southern Nevada region, we probably have 500 or 600. I know a lot of those people, right? Thompson knows a lot of those people. I know everyone from the Highway Patrol chief down, the PMP chief down, right? We're a family. This isn't some, like, you go to, like, take for example, NYPD, they have 30,000 cops in New York City. They don't know anybody, right?
Yeah, right.
I know the chief, right? I know the director, I know everybody.
And, you know, seeing you here and then coming back to the fact of, you know, when you stepped up to the plate, when there really wasn't anybody to be able to come in, you know what I mean? You know, the Nevada State Police family really makes it evident that you do know everybody at the top. And so at most agencies, as a person who is not of a higher ranking stature, right? They're not really communicating with each other. And so it's sort of like, it's a very interesting thing, and I've seen it in other agencies, where they don't want to talk to people of the higher ranks. And so one of the things that I think is very cool is where you are in your career, right? And you've been always with parole and probation?
Yeah, so actually I've been with the agency for close to 18 years now. I started my career as a civilian, then I transitioned over to being a probation officer.
Start me off at the beginning. Well, this is great because let me tell you something.
I know, we're all want to hear it.
Let me tell you something. Because Officer McClarty is going to say, did you talk about, you know, being a recruiter or doing recruiting? And we'll say, yes, we had somebody start off as a civilian. Are you kidding me? Okay. You start at a civilian doing what?
So I believe now, I think the position has now been dissolved completely from the state, but I actually was it's called a clerical trainee, where I would actually deliver the mail when we had multiple office locations.
At what age? I mean, can I ask how old you are? Or like what you started when? You were like
2006.
So like you were a young like a person
Younger than I am today, yeah.
Right. Okay. For sure. All right, so you started there as a civilian.
Yeah, started doing that, the mail, and then I got promoted into around like 8 or 9 months after, kind of like a pseudo IT like coordinator liaison type job.
Okay.
And worked on that one for many years. I helped us move into, so Sergeant Clifton will know, our parole and probation offices, we had multiple satellite offices for a period, then moved into one huge giant building. So I was part of the IT team that moved everybody from all the satellite offices into one huge office.
Okay.
And then after that, I was trying to get into the job as a probation officer, and after
but you weren't a sworn officer, right?
No, I was still a civilian as an IT guy. Yeah.
Okay.
And then just working with everybody for so long, because even at the same I guess mindset, like how you're saying, everybody from the top down. As a civilian, I knew our chief, I knew our majors at the time, and everybody, and they would, hey Chris, like it's weird, just being on a first name basis with the top person of our agency at the time. But it's kind of neat that same family mindset aspect. I still get Christmas cards from the major from back then.
Yeah.
Till this day, I still get Christmas cards from her, so it's kind of neat. But yeah, so then I wanted to try to finally become a probation officer and made the jump.
You know, we all think we're in perfect health, but we probably aren't. But, you know, you look past that.
Absolutely. And I think there's also a reflection. We talked a lot about the culture in Nevada State Police and that interactivity between leadership and, you know, just funneling down throughout the team. And I think we see that a lot at Nevada Donor Network because we have partnerships with all the departments within Nevada State Police. And of course, there's different ways that we approach it. We work with academies, we host community events, we invite them to our community events, and that is supported by their leadership.
Thanks again.
great to be here.
It was great to be here.
Every
you know?
time.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to turn at this camera and we're just going to wave, okay? All right, see you later.
Bye. See ya.